I dipped my toe back into the water today. As cool breeze teased the shock that sparked up my veins, I was always told the water was cold, distant, foreboding. I see its waves and currents move as if it's knowing what I want to see, what's really going on, but in my heart I just wonder if it's been too long. Too long for me to truly feel the rush to dive, too long for me to truly experience a breath of new life. So many are threatened by the water. So many stuck to the highway and wandered, but I took the detour, I took the different route because I wanted to finally figure out what this water was all about. The currents called me, and I'm currently calling out to see if this water is stranger, friend, or enemy. A small whisper, I barely even caught it. Before the wind snatched it and swiftly lost it, dive in. Dive in and see what you've been missing. The waves reach out a bit further, meeting me where I am. I feel the spark surge once more again, and I jump back. What was that voice? Am I just out here tripping? Is this what they mean to feel a premonition? Hesitancy sinks its teeth into my feet like the sand. Silence. All I can do is still stand or stand still. I don't know anymore. The waves remove a bit of their reach, leaving it up to me if I want to see what's below the surface floor. I take a step forward and feel the sand object. Why would you move towards such dangerous prospects? You're comfortable here on the shore. Surely you don't need anything anymore. Your life is so nice the way it is. Why would these icy waves be your wish? I take another step, resistance and pull from all I've known. What does that water have that we can't distract you alone? We mean, not alone, but well, you already know. I can tell the sand has never experienced me say no. I take another step and feel sandy hands clawing against my departure. Don't you even think about taking one step farther. We've given you everything you asked for. Don't you like the comfort of the dark more? Now I start running for the water. Living in the past is not all I have to offer. The mystery is something I can't ignore. I want to finally understand what I'm here for. I leap, arms stretched, feet wide, fully ready for my fate. The water opens up, ready to welcome me into its embrace. The shock is more than when I dipped in my toe. Sinking into a full immersion, I, the letter in an envelope. At first, I was met by what I knew to be cold, but sinking in, diving below, a warmth wraps around and holds. The whisper I once heard becomes an inviting voice. Welcome home. It's so good to see them. You made the choice. For so long, you've tried to distract yourself from the truth. The voice says and continues, but you've accepted the lie that no one could ever love you. The water sinks me deeper, and yet I've never felt so free to breathe. I've never felt so safe to be the person I hid beneath. How do you know me, I ask? Because you say it's a lie, but it's all I've ever seen it be for me in my life. All those friendships I've lost. The pain in my story, the brokenness I felt but couldn't express, the pressure, the shame, the lies, the fights, the stress, the arguments, the masks, the late nights trying to impress, but always feeling like no matter how much I faked, I was always less. The water holds me warmly, not pushing me, not stifling me, but holding me. The voice breathes, I too know what it's like to feel like your story is full of pain, where everyone you trusted turns their back and walks away. I know what it feels like to feel misunderstood and shamed, the struggle of being yourself and not living to be fake. A light starts to appear and the water turns red. I know what it's like to see those you love wind up dead. I know what it feels like to get stabbed by the gossip of what others have said. I know what it feels like to feel alone and not just in your head. But I took a crown upon my head so you wouldn't have to. My crown wasn't adored, but adorned with a crown of thorns that protrude. I came so the outcast and misfit finally fit the cast they were made to be in, that everyone is loved and made uniquely and beautifully in my image. that the brokenness you feel chained to no longer gets to win. The burden you carry is no longer yours. You've been forgiven. Because I beat death in 3 days, and not just that, I conquered sin. So you're no longer obligated to all the lies and darkness you were in. My blood stained red so you could be washed as white as snow. I fought for justice for the oppressed, because in my kingdom, everyone is welcome to the throne. I paid the ultimate sacrifice so you could live and be with me in paradise, because no paradise will roll a better hand in this game of life. You see the holes in my hand? See the holes in my side? Are not a shameful jab at you for not getting it right. They're to show you how much I've loved you to die, and how much more I loved you so we could rise. The water is so deep, because so is my love. I gave everything I was so your chains could be undone. I cried out in the garden, my tears, drops of blood, because I knew it was worth it, the price for your freedom. The price was worth it because I love you. The nails were worth it because I love you. The cross was worth it because I love you. The fight was worth it because I love you. The pain was worth it because I love you. The mocking was worth it because I love you. The lashes were worth it because I love you. All of it was worth it. All of it is still worth it because I love you. The water glistens as the light grows brighter. My child, you are loved as my son, as my daughter. You are not a lost cause. You are not a mistake. You are an incredible creation brushed with a unique paint. What I see in you is not the sum of your past. I see the powerful rising of someone once dead coming back, to fiercely love and sacrifice for others like I have for you, to stand for justice, for grace, for compassion and truth. The voice concludes, my son, my daughter, I am the water of life. You don't have to thirst for validation every night. And as I surface from the water and breathe in new life, the deep water, the deep love is none other than Jesus Christ. Amen.